the sound of the gun, friends are going to become like strangers, as it's every man for himself. An early lead transforms into a substantial advantage, and being stuck in the middle of the pack is rather dangerous. With all these arms flailing and legs thrashing, you can get hurt out there. In fact, the organizing committee's hired 3 frogmen standing by in case of a needed rescue. Now, for the swimmers who get out ahead of the pack, their goal is to begin drafting. This is finding yourself immediately behind a swimmer in front and using them for direction, and in fact, you may even find yourself being pulled along by their weight.
And here's a picture that always makes you look twice. 700 athletes towing a starting line that points them out to sea. The countdown in French, and the World Championship is underway.
The organizing committee planned to have all the athletes start from a stretch of beach 20 yards wide, but as you can see, they've spread themselves out over a full 100 yards, giving a clear advantage to the swimmers on the left of the screen there. They have the shortest path to the first turn, and by some strange coincidence, most of the pre-race favorites are in their prime position right now.
The swim course is a 2-mile loop, which is marked by buoys. The early leaders have already separated themselves from the rest of the swimmers. And in the group of leaders is the Ironman Dave Scott, who is certainly one of the most versatile athletes out here and proves he can slug it out with the rest of the top swimmers.
Notice he's got a very strong turn. He swims accustomed to choppier water, the rough water swims. And although he looks a little bit sloppy above the surface, underwater he's got a very efficient stroke. Here, circumnavigating the globe, there passing in the center is Charlie Graves. He's a lifeguard and the swimming specialist. He takes pride in getting out of the water first. He's got a beautifully smooth stroke, keeping everything as close to the surface of the water as he can. He swam this course yesterday trying to determine his line of attack, and so he doesn't need to follow another swimmer. Although the pack is thinned out nicely, they're still taking great advantage in the direction that Charlie Graves has established towards the turnaround buoy. In hot pursuit here on the bottom of the screen is Yves Cordier, the local favorite. He lives here in Nice. And on top in the pink wetsuit is Scott Molina, the man everybody fears and most chose as the pre-race favorite. Now fighting it out for 4th position is Mark Allen in the wetsuit and Dave Scott on the near side of the screen. They're trying to struggle to keep that line behind Molina where the going is a lot easier. Allen probably has the advantage by wearing this wetsuit because it wards off the cold and it keeps him more buoyant. But Dave Scott is more of a purist. He's not a wetsuit kind of guy. No high-tech equipment for him. He just likes to slug it out. And at 30